Case: stolen data. Many businesses already use some sort of a big data system, yet many do not get the security fundamentals right. As is the case with many new technologies, security is often overlooked, or is at best an afterthought. The consequences of not fully taking security into account in a big data context can, however, be extremely damaging.
We are talking about the value of data. And data belong to those who organize those data and work with these data. So if these data get lost, then you might have a loss of value or reputation.
Few businesses know more about the damaging loss of reputation resulting from lost data than one of America's largest retailers, Target. In late 2013, just before the Christmas shopping season, Target stores across the country were hit by an enormous hack. Personal information of around 70 million customers, as well as data from approximately 40 million credit cards, were stolen. The breach has cost Target almost $300 million in settlements to the affected parties. It resulted in an immediate drop in sales and has led to an immeasurable loss of customer trust and reputational damage. So, how did a hack of this scale occur?
The attack was not a real attack on the system of this retailer, of Target, but more entering the system with the credentials, and so they could get the credentials from a third-party vendor. So at first they draw some phishing emails to a third-party vendor, and one of the employees duped into this phishing email, and by this they were able to install a bot variant that was stealing passwords. And this enabled them to get the credentials to log into the vendor system of Target. And with this, they were able to first get into the system of Target and then install malware on the point-of-sale machines. And first, they did this for several machines, and as they recognized that this works and they were able to get data from these machines, they expanded it to the whole system, more or less. And yeah, as this was the Christmas shopping time, they got a lot of information.
The way in which the attack was carried out is important for several reasons. Firstly, insufficient security measures of third-party contractors gave the attackers initial access to Target's network. All vendors with remote access to the networks of large corporations therefore need to secure their systems. But why did Target not pick up on this attack?
They had some kind of perimeter security where they watched what was going from outside in, from inside out, but they didn't watch at the web server close enough, because its purpose was to communicate to the outside. So all malicious communication happening on the web server hasn't been recognized.
A further problem was once the attackers had penetrated the network, they were able to move around freely, hopping from one machine to the other, a technique otherwise known as lateral movement or island hopping. But why was this possible?
Other activities inside the Target network haven't been monitored at all. They didn't have any knowledge what was going on in their network. They didn't have any network segmentation, any shielding of special subnets.
The Target hack serves as a reminder of how far data breaches can go. With the frequency of cyber attacks increasing year on year, securing big data systems should be a very important priority for all companies. In summary, the loss or theft of data can be extremely damaging for a company, both in terms of monetary and reputational loss. The 2013 Target hack shows how insufficient security measures in third-party vendors can result in further damage along the supply chain. Giving full network access to third parties is also a very risky security policy. Insufficient monitoring and logging of system activity inside the network meant that the attack was not detected until too late, and a lack of network segmentation allowed the attackers to move laterally from their initial entry point to their target. Hacks of this type are not unique. nor are they exclusively a concern for large organizations. All companies that work with big data should prioritize security measures.